Is it visible?
Yes. Okay. Java home. You set it wrong, right? Just click on Java home or JMeter home. No. Close this. Yes. Come down. Scroll little up. Yeah. Go up. Scroll up. JMeter underscore home and Java underscore home. Where is that? Go up. Yeah. Java home, you have setted a path for JMeter only. And JMeter also you have setted a path for JMeter. You can edit that. Java, you need to give the Java path, right? Edit. Remove that. Go wherever you installed, go to that Java location.
Java, I think.
Program files. Java. Yes. Open that. JDK. One dot anything is fine. Yeah, copy this. I think JDK 1.8 will not support. We have to install more than 8. Java 8 or higher version only supports the JMeter. You can try it out. Oh, click on OK and try to open JMeter. Or you try to open command prompt and try to get the
When I'm
version.
opening with
Okay, click on OK. Click on OK. Yes. Windows are run. Check the Java version.
so no, it's not opening.
Huh. Okay. So 1.8 you got, right? I think 1.8 won't support. Try to enter that JMeter path. Go wherever you installed, go to that JMeter location. Bin. Copy that location.
I'm
Till
trying
bin.
to open
No,
this
no,
is
no.
opening.
No. Just copy that path. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Paste it on Windows. CD space. Yes, paste it. Enter. Yes, type JMeter space hyphen version. Try to click on that. So can you open that JMeter home?
We also same issue, Vidya. I'm also
Sorry.
getting the same error.
I will check. No, not this one. Environment variables. Go to environment variables. You have to install the correct Java version. I told you many times, right? You need to use higher than 8 version.
Okay.
Yeah. Just search with JMeter underscore home. Yes. Click on edit. Can you please go to that JMeter location where you have installed? Click on that. Copy this. What you have given there, the path will be different, right? That's the reason it's unable to understanding. See, you have given a zip path. Try now. Click on OK there. Yes. OK there. Try now. Click enter. No need. Java JMeter space hyphen version. You need to give a correct path, then only it will work out.
Still I'm getting same error.
Close the command prompt. Open it again.
Run as administrator. Go to home and run as administrator. No. Yes. Search CMD.
Okay.
Search CMD in search. No, we open Windows. Click on Windows. Close command prompt again. You have opened again. Yes. CMD. Right click and run as administrator. Yes. Now you can enter the Java JMeter bin path.
Okay. One second.
CD space. Paste that /bin. /bin unit. Not that slash. /. /bin. Yes. Now you can try to search JMeter space. If it won't works, you need to install Java 8 version space -- version. It should come now. It will took some time, but yeah.
Okay. Done.
Okay. Yeah, you need to give a proper correct path. If
Okay.
it will mismatch, then you will unable to see the version. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any doubts?
No.
Others? I think some other. Jyoti, can you also
Yeah,
share your screen?
yeah, Vidya.
Any others also seeing the same issue? Hmm. Environment variables. Yes. Java home. Just a second. JDK you have given. No, you can remove that bin. Edit. Click on edit. Remove bin. Bin and slash. Yes. Okay. Okay. Try to open the command. Search command CMD. Run as administrator. Yes. CD
Okay.
dot CD. Type CD dot.
It's not coming.
Unable to write. Okay, you
Yes.
can write now. Try to write now.
CD.
Dot. Yes, enter. Again. Again CD dot. Okay. Yes. Go to that JMeter bin location wherever you have installed the JMeter.
Here.
Bin. Open bin.
Bin also.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. In
I should
command prompt.
copy.
Go to
Okay.
command prompt. Already you have opened, right? Below. Left side. Yes. Yes. CD space. This is in E drive, right? You need to F drive, I think. Remove that.
Yes. F drive.
F colon. F
Colon.
colon. Yeah.
Yes.
Enter into F. Yeah. You can see type CD space the location. Enter. So now you can type JMeter space --
JMeter space version.
Huh. It will get now.
Okay.
You have copied till bin. That's the reason you are unable to.
Okay. Okay. Fine, Vidya. I
Okay.
think.
That means we will get the version only when we go to the bin folder.
Correct.
Okay.
No need. If you go to without bin also you will get. Try Jyoti. You
Yes.
can type CD space and click on up arrow in your keyboard. Click on up arrow.
Up arrow. Which one?
Down arrow you can.
Down arrow or up arrow. Right, left arrows you will have right in your keyboard.
Yes.
Huh. Not that one. That is cap.
Okay.
Arrows will be there, right? Left, right, up, down. Not that. No, 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 no. Okay. You can ignore it, but we will see it without bin also. You can able to see the version. If you can give till that folder like root directory. Okay. Yes. So you can stop share your screen, Jyoti. Stop share. Any others are facing the same issue? Let me know. Is my voice audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Vidya.
you are
Okay.
all.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone is able to follow, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. So till yesterday, what we have done, just we have set it the path and we have opened GUI mode and non-GUI mode, right? How to open? You need to remember this command. This was very, very important command. Okay. The interviewers will ask you how to run JMeter in non-GUI mode, and you need to remember all the elements. Yesterday also I have explained, right? N for non-GUI mode, T for the name of the test plan. Okay, this is the name of the test plan, and L for we need to save the results, right? Log file name, that is the JTL file, and J for name of the JTL, I mean name of JMeter to run that log file results. Clear? So today our class is about like how to install that plugin manager, how to add that plugin manager, and after adding that plugin manager, how we need to uh, see all the external plugins. Okay, why we need that external plugins? I will explain. Okay, can you all open and try to search do parallelly with me. Download plugin manager for JMeter. Otherwise, I will give you the link. Can go to that link directly. Okay, I'm pinging you here. Okay, just go to that link directly. Everyone is open that link. Please interactive. Otherwise, I don't know if you are able to following or not. Okay, so once you go to that link, here you will see the installation and usage, right? Here you will have that jar file. Just you can click on that and that JMeter plugin will be downloaded. Plugin manager is downloaded. Just click on this jar file. Able to download that?
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes,
Yes,
Vishnu.
Vidya.
Okay, done. So you have downloaded that. Just go to your downloaded folder and copy that plugin. Okay. And you need to go to wherever you have installed your JMeter. Just open your JMeter. You open your JMeter location. Just click on libraries, lib for libraries, right? What I said, in libraries, whatever the plugins or external jar files, we can add it here, right? So this plugin manager is a external jar file. Why we need this plugin manager is, we need in this plugin manager, it will get number of different elements to use. Okay, for example, if we want to run any virtual table server or if we want to include, or if we want to install any other plugins like blaze meters, different plugins we have, right? So all those things we can get it uh, through this particular plugin. For all the external plugins, this is the only single plugin we need to use. In previous versions, this such type of options was not available. For this particular 5 or 5 plus or 4 plus version, this particular good all external plugins are stored in single plugin. That is the good advantage here. Okay, open your JMeter path and open the lib and ext folder. Lib for library, ext for external jar files. Okay, just you can paste your file here. Okay, jar file, whatever we have downloaded that plugin manager, you can just add that here. Everyone done?
Done.
Okay, and I,
We need to extract that file out.
that is not any extracted file, right? Just this is a direct jar file what you have downloaded.
Same file I just downloaded.
Yeah, jar file, you will see this only single jar file, that's it. There is no need of any extraction here.
Okay.
Yeah, so once you download it, just I have opened my JMeter, right? That's what I am closing. But you have already not opened your JMeters, right? Just you can try to open it with jmeter.bat file. If you already opened the JMeter, just you can restart. If you are not open, just you can go to your JMeter and you can open that. Okay. Once you open that, here in tools, sorry, in options, this plugin manager will be shown here. Are you able to see in this plugin manager?
Yes.
Okay. Just try to click on that. Okay. Here you can see all the installed plugins. Okay. See here. These are all already installed plugins. Okay. If you want to install any plugin, you need to go to available plugins. Here you will have this number of plugins. Okay. N number of plugins, whatever it may be. Okay, what for example you want to connect to any database, so here you have some database. Where is that? Some see here, if you want to get any some dynatrace information, you need to use dynatrace. If you want to any Kafka related, Kafka is the another we can say another tool. Okay, you want to see any Kafka related things, you can use this. If you want to get any dbmon, any custom request, whatever it may be, all the different type of concepts is covered by using this plugin manager. You can add this plugin manager and you can see all the number of available plugins. Okay, so based on our requirement, we need to install that plugins. Okay, so I will tell you the list of important plugins, so you can add that. And if we have any upgrades, here it will displays here. Okay, if we have any upgrades, here it will displays. So
These plugins are came from which we have downloaded that jar
correct,
file.
yes,
Yeah. If we
single
don't
jar
if we don't give this file, that jar file will not get
will,
any.
we are unable to see in here the plugin manager in options itself.
Okay.
Yeah, just yesterday I showed you, right? Till this part only we are able to see. This plugin manager was not there in yesterday class. So now we have added. That's the reason here this plugin manager is showing. So these are already installed. That's the reason all these elements. For example, I have right clicked on this test plan. Okay, all these things. All these are I'm able to see like this. Whatever it may be. If you have not installed that thing, you are unable to see all these things.
These elements also will be added once we added this jar file itself. Huh?
Correct. A single manager will store all the different type of plugins, we can say.
Okay.
Whatever it may be. Yes. And if you want to search for any particular plugin, for example, I would like to install some virtual table server, VTS. Why we need to use, I will tell you later. Just I'm telling you one example. Okay, so just I need to search with, in JMeter we can call it as a simple table server. Okay, just you can search with simple. Here you can see, right, HTTP simple table server. I will show you. In right clicking, in non-test elements, I am seeing all the three things: mirror server, test script recorder, and the property display, right? So I would like to add simple table server. Okay, so what I did, just I have checked this particular thing. Okay, and just you can click on apply changes and restart JMeter. That's it. It automatically installs and the JMeter should restarts automatically. You can see the downloading which part, this, for example, I'm downloading this simple table server, right? So whatever the different jar files, we need to download the simple table server. It defaultly internally downloads by itself. Okay, it's opening. It automatically restarts. This is a good feature in version 5. Yesterday we discussed, right, about this restarting. So you can see, just I'm right clicking and you can see here test script recorder and the simple table. See here the simple table server just before I have added, right? Whatever the external plugins we have installed, that should be saved here, or that should be displayed here as a jp@gc. Clear? Any doubts?
It's clear.
Okay,
Yes.
everyone is able, just try to add any one plugin so that you will get an idea. So the full form of jp@gc was JMeter plugin at Google Code. Okay, we can call it as a third party plugins. Let me include that point here. Just try to add any one plugin from your end so that for example, in future, in any plugin you would like to install it, you can install it from there, right? That's the reason I'm saying. For
అంటే
example, you
మా
want to
దాంట్లో
add.
ఆల్రెడీ చెకింగ్ చేసి ఉన్నాయండి కొన్ని ప్లగిన్స్ ఇన్బిల్ట్ గా. ఇప్పుడు మీరు హెచ్టిటిపి
uh,
టేబుల్ సర్వర్ అని చెప్పారు కదా, అది
yeah, it's okay. If it was already there, then fine, you can try to install other graphs or something. So this was very important, you need to remember. Everyone try to add any one graph or anything is fine. Able to add? You have stuck anywhere?
No.
Okay, they will ask you about this question also. You need to remember this. Okay, this is very important point. You need to remember. Any doubts here? I'm going to next step. So these are all the different important plugins. So you can try to add it by yourself. Okay, for performance monitor collector. Okay, just you can add this perf metric collector, active threads over time, all these things. Just try to search it by yourself, and you can try to add all the plugins. These are all very important. We can regularly used plugins. Okay, this is, these all plugins used to display the graphs. Okay, these are all the used for displaying the graph, and these plugins are used for thread groups. For example, you want to get any some thread group. Okay, so here what you have to do is just try to custom thread groups. Just click on this. Okay, and you can see see all your information here. Try to see it in right box. Okay, stepping thread group, ultimate, concurrency, revels, freeform revels, all these things. Okay, all these thread groups, these are very very important. So try to add it whatever whatever the important plugins I have added here in the document. Okay, this document I have attached to this particular daily ppt. You can try to download it. Okay, it's automatically restarting. And next we can start how to use the JMeter. Anyone knows what is the full form of JMX? What is the full
Java
form?
Mission Extension.
Sorry, Java?
Extension of Java
Java
5,
Mission
sir.
Extension.
Java Management Extension, not a mission.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Java
okay.
Management. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it was very, very important. You need to remember all the JMeter scripts will be saved as Java Management Extension. I will add one slide here and I will include it. You need to remember this. And anyone knows about JTL?
Java text plugs.
Sorry, Java?
Text plugs.
No. JMeter text logs, not the Java text logs.
Okay, fine, fine.
Clear? You need to remember these full forms. This was very, very important. You need to remember these full forms. Okay, next start our class. Okay, first once you open your JMeter, the JMeter UI looks like this, right? Yesterday we have discussed about file, edit, search, all these external all these options, right? So from today we can start in entered into actual class. So what is test plan? Okay, test plan is nothing but it contains one or more thread groups. Okay, or test plan means it defines the whole scenario or whole project. Okay, so here in test plan we are having different type of elements. So first one is name. For example, I can say my project name was some jpeg store. Okay, in test plan is like it's like a test suite. Test suite means it contains one or more test cases in simple way. So like that, so a test plan contains one or more thread groups. For example, in real time, I will show you. Mm, Okay, so this is my application. We can call it as a project or we can call it as a test suite. It contains one or more thread groups. Means, for example, just I'm trying to logging in as a J2EE user. Okay, just I'm performing few actions. For example, I have logged in. I'm clicking on fish. Just I'm clicking on product and I'm trying to logging out. Okay, this is one script or one scenario. We can call it as a one script or one scenario. And again, after buying fish or if I am a new user, okay, I do not have any login details. What I'm doing, I'm trying to registering. For example, okay, like this. I need to enter all the details. Sorry. And I'm trying to registering all the fields, right? These all the fields are mandatory fields. If you will not enter these fields, we are unable to register in this. Okay. So you have registered, right? JPEG store. That is called one scenario. So these two are also called as a test cases. Buying a fish is one test case, and um, adding or registering a new user is one test case. So these group of test cases or these group of scenarios is called as a test plan. Clear or any doubts in test plan? So here you can give the test suite name or test plan name. So my project name was JPEG store, so that I have given this JPEG store. Comments means you can add any comments. For example, JPEG store is a e-commerce site. Clear? Like this you can add any comments. And coming to the next point, user defined variables. What is user defined variables? Whatever it may be. For example, I will explain you about thread group later. For example, I am having two thread groups. This is my first script. What is first script? Buy fish, right? As I explained before. And what is this? This is a user registration. Okay. For example, I am having two scripts. Okay. So for these two scripts, the server name and the port name was same, right? What is the server name? Let me explain. Okay. This first path, this is called as the protocol. What is protocol? Communicator. Yeah.
Set
Communicator.
of rules.
Yes. Or set of rules. Both are same. Okay. So by using this HTTPS, we are sending the request to the server and getting back the response from the server. So this is called the protocol. And this particular thing, whatever it may be, till this .com. Okay. This is called server. Server name or IP, whatever it may be. So based on their application, they will rename. Actually, all these particular names, the backend name was like definitely the IP address only, but the developers has been changed as their requirement. Like every time, no one will remember, right? Some 127.0.0.1 like that. No one will remember. To avoid that confusion, what they will put is Flipkart.com or Amazon.com. So using that single word, it was very easy to use for customers. That's the reason they will rename that. So that is called the server name or IP, whatever it may be. After that, for few applications, port number will be available like this. Okay. For few application, not all the applications, for few applications. Okay. So for this JPEG store, we do not have any port. That's the reason I have commented this. Okay. So, but you need to remember this is the port. After the server IP, it should be port. It always not a mandatory thing. It will be there or not there is also fine. Whatever the part after this particular IP, this is called the path. Okay. Whatever the item, it should be there. Whatever the element, it should be there. That is called the path after the slash. Any doubts till this part? In any application, for example, you can take any other application, not only this. For example, I have entered this flipkart.com. Okay, just I am clicking on, I don't want to log in, just I have clicked on this. Okay, just I am trying to copying this. You can tell now. Which one is the path? You can tell now. What is this?
Protocol.
Protocol.
Yeah. And what is this?
IP address.
Correct. Whatever the elements or whatever the values which we have after this, we can call it as all the whole thing, whatever it
Path.
may be.
Path.
Okay. This whole thing was called the path. You
Path.
need to remember whatever the application it may be. Clear? And so coming to our point, what we have to do is, so in my particular application, I am having two scripts. Okay, two scripts I have. For these two scripts, which part was the common? For example, as we discussed now, our application was this JPEG store. In this, which part was common for both scripts?
Port number.
Where is the port number here? There is no port number, is there, right? The
Protocol.
server, the server name. The server name is common for a number of scripts, right? Any confusion you feel? The URL was same for whatever the scripts we have recorded for this. It may be fish, dog, reptiles, cats, birds. For all these things, okay, the server is same, right? For example, another example I will tell you. In this Flipkart, whatever it may be, you are trying to buying a sport shoes, you are trying to buy a t-shirt or jacket, whatever it may be, the server will be same, right? Flipkart.com server will be same. Whatever the element or whatever the variable which was commonly used for all the scenarios or all the scripts, we can add it here. For example, okay, this my JPEG store was same, right? Sorry, I am giving here server address like this. You can give it here. If you have any port also same for all the application was same. In that the actions was different. For example, banking you can take fund transfer, adding beneficiary, recharging, taking loans, all the things were same, but the main the page of the bank was server was same, right? You are doing all the actions in that particular server. You can keep these static variables here, whatever it may be. It may be port, it may be so for example, port I have added here. So all the static variables which will be used throughout the scripts. For example, if you have 10 different actions, 10 different scripts, the server address and port number should be used for all the 10 scripts. If you can add here, you can pass this variable, whatever the script it may be. Clear or any doubts in this user defined variables?
గారు
Okay.
యాక్చువల్ యూజర్ డిఫరెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ లో మనం దీంట్లో ఉంటాయి కదా కాన్ఫిగ్
Thread group?
ఎలిమెంట్స్ లో ఉంటాయి కాన్ఫిగ్
Sorry?
ఎలిమెంట్స్ లో యూజర్ డిఫరెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా
Yeah.
సేమ్ అది ఇది ఒకటేనా
Yeah, same. Both are same. But if you add these user defined variables in test plan, ఓకే, మీరు కనుక టెస్ట్ ప్లాన్ లో యాడ్ చేస్తే 10 స్క్రిప్ట్స్ ఉంటే ఆ 10 స్క్రిప్ట్స్ కి ఇదే వేరియబుల్ ఇచ్చేయొచ్చు. ఒకవేళ మీరు ఇదే యూజర్ డిఫైన్ వేరియబుల్ కనుక ఒక్కొక్క థ్రెడ్ గ్రూప్ కి సపరేట్ గా యాడ్ చేశారనుకోండి, వేర్ ఇస్ దట్ యూజర్ డిఫైన్, ఎస్, మీరు ఒక్కొక్క థ్రెడ్ గ్రూప్ కి సపరేట్ యాడ్ చేస్తే ఆ యూజర్ డిఫైన్ వేరియబుల్స్ అదే స్క్రిప్ట్ కి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతాయి, వేరే స్క్రిప్ట్ కి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వవు. క్లియరా?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను అంటుంది టెస్ట్ ప్లాన్ లో యూజర్ డిఫరెంట్ వేరియబుల్ ఉంది కదా,
అవును,
మనం సపరేట్ గా కాన్ఫిగ్ ఎలిమెంట్ లో యూజర్ డిఫరెంట్ వేరియబుల్ యాడ్ చేయకుండా దీంట్లో ఇదే యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అని
చేయొచ్చు.
అడుగుతున్నా.
ఎస్, యూ కెన్ యూస్ చేయొచ్చు.
ఇక్కడ
సో
కామన్ గా అన్ని స్క్రిప్ట్స్ కి ఇదే
అన్ని స్క్రిప్ట్స్ కి అన్ని స్క్రిప్ట్స్ కి కామన్ గా ఇదే తీసుకుంటుంది. ఒకవేళ మీరు ఆ పర్టికులర్ స్క్రిప్ట్ కి వేరే వాల్యూస్ పాస్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే పర్టికులర్ స్క్రిప్ట్ కి మీరు యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, యా, దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ యూజర్ డిఫైన్ వేరియబుల్స్. ఇన్ కమింగ్ క్లాసెస్ మనం ఎలాగో వీఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు క్రియేటింగ్ స్క్రిప్ట్స్, రైట్? ఎట్ ద టైమ్ యూ విల్ గెట్ రియల్ టైమ్. సో అనదర్ థింగ్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు సే is the purpose I am first focusing on all the elements is, if you know what the element exactly what it will do. If you know first, then we will start the scripting. It will easier to write the script. Without knowing elements, you cannot record the script, because after recording the script, if I explain this element, you will get confused. That's the reason I am focusing on explaining all the elements first. Okay. And you can add, like you can add it from here. You can copy any element from that clipboard or something, you can paste it here like this. Okay, like this you can paste it here. And you can also delete it. You can move up and down. Okay. And next important thing, I think these questions you have faced in interviews, but you don't know the answer. This was very very important. Okay. Run thread group consecutively. For example, if your interviewer asks you a question, I would like to run the test. For example, I am having 4 scripts, for example. Okay.
Madam, one doubt. Actually,
Yes.
ikkada script anna, thread group anna,
Yes,
uh,
all are same.
all are
All are
same.
same.
Okay. Okay.
Thread means user.
Users. Yeah.
Yeah. Thread group means one or more users is called the thread group. మీకు ఆ థ్రెడ్ గ్రూప్ గురించి కూడా ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. ఫర్ జస్ట్ టెస్ట్ ప్లాన్ లో ఉండే ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి ఐఎమ్ షోయింగ్ యూ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. ఓకే. సో ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ 4 scripts or 4 thread groups. Okay. For example, I would like to run the test. I would like to run the basic test. So I have checked this option. Run thread group, run thread groups consecutively. Okay. What it will do is, first it will run, after it will run sequentially, one after the other. It will takes automatically and it will run. Okay. That is called run threads groups consecutively. Consecutively means sequentially. Okay. It will run one after the other. For example, it started running and this is running. At the time it will start, at the time it will starts, like that. Your interviewer will ask you, like, if you want to run the thread groups sequentially. I'm having 4 thread groups. I want to run the all thread groups sequentially. You need to tell them, like, in test plan we need to check this run thread group consecutively option. You need to tell the answer, this one. Okay. And I'm selecting this run tear down thread groups. What it will do is, it will waits completing of this thread group and then only it will start second one. After the second one completes, then only it will start. Those tear down thread groups, when we will use is, like, based on the dependency. For example, you can take banking application. In banking application we are having two things, right? Adding beneficiary and fund transfer. Without adding beneficiary, you cannot transfer the funds. Correct? At that situation, what you have to do is, you need to check this tear down thread group. First, the beneficiary adding script will run. After that, this particular fund transfer will happen. Okay. Based on the situation, we need to check this particular option. And next one was functional test mode. What is functional
Sorry
test?
to interrupt you, Vidya.
Yes. Yes.
So that first one which you said, run
Run
thread
thread
group
group
consecutively.
consecutive. Yes.
So it's like first thread will
Sequential.
complete, then after that second thread will start, or what? Like it's like first
No,
one will
no,
start
no,
and
no.
then another one will start.
No, 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 no. Sequentially it will happens.
So after completion of one thread, then other will start, or it will be start like if
One
it's
after
continuing, then
the other. No, no, no. It will start parallelly, like one after the other. It will start first one and then second one and third one and
so
fourth one. Sequentially it
one.
will
So
happens.
what this line represent one at a time means, like one at a time means.
One at a time means, one at a time means first it will start this. That one at a time meaning is, we are having 4, right? 4 will not starts at a time. That is that meaning.
Okay.
4 will not starts at a time.
So it's
First it will
already
starts.
just saying,
Yes.
just for the starting purpose, it's saying one
Yes.
at a time,
One at a
not for
time.
the completion.
No, 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 not for the completion. First it will
Okay.
starts, next it will starts, next it will starts, next it will start. Okay.
Will not
Okay.
wait for
ఇట్లా
ending.
ఫస్ట్ లో
No.
చెప్పారు కదా వాటర్
Sorry.
వాటర్ ఫాల్ మోడల్ అని చెప్పేది ఇదేనా
Waterfall
డౌన్
Yeah,
ఫాల్
got
model
it.
అని
is
చెప్పేది
completely
Okay.
different. అది దట్ ఈస్ మెథడాలజీ. అది కంప్లీట్లీ డిఫరెంట్, ఇది డిఫరెంట్. అంటే కొన్ని సిచ్యువేషన్స్ వస్తాయి మనకి. స్క్రిప్ట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నాకు బ్యాంకింగ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఉందనుకోండి. బ్యాంకింగ్లో మనకు 4 మాడ్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇన్సూరెన్స్, లోన్స్, తర్వాత ఫండ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్, ఇట్లా ఒక 3-4 ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 4 ఫీచర్స్ మీరు ఒకేసారి రన్ చేయాలి అంటే యూ కెన్ యూజ్ దిస్ రన్ థ్రెడ్ గ్రూప్ కాన్సిక్యూటివ్లీ. ఓకే, అన్ని ఫీచర్స్ కూడా మీకు ఒకదాని తర్వాత ఒకటి ఆటోమేటిక్గా రన్ అయిపోతాయి. క్లియర్? యా. సో టియర్ డౌన్ మీన్స్ వన్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద అదర్. వన్ కంప్లీట్ అయ్యాక సెకండ్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ సెకండ్ కంప్లీట్ దెన్ ఓన్లీ థర్డ్ వన్ విల్ స్టార్ట్, లైక్ దట్. And the last one was functional test mode. What functional test mode will do is just it will run, and while running it will save the response in the logs. Okay, response data and the sampler data both. Samplers means what I will tell you in next classes, don't confuse. Response data means, for example, I have executed this script. For this script some data will get, right? What are passed, what are failed, all those things. Those information is saved in some location. So that's the reason we need to check this functional test mode. So to see the functionality, all the scripts are passing fine or failing somewhere, at that situation we will use this functional test mode. Clear, right? And the last one, add directory or jar to class path. Okay, for example, you have implemented any one plugin, example. So or your application has some feature, you need to add that jar, otherwise your application won't work. At that situation, just you need to browse that jar and you can add that jar here, and then you can start recording your script. If you are not added that jar, your script will not work. Those type of applications only you can use this particular directory. Okay, if you want to add any class paths or if you want to add any directories, at that situation we will use this directory or jar class path. Any doubts in test plan, because it's
Yeah, once
very very
again
important.
explain that jar path.
Jar path. Okay, so add directory or jar to class path. For example, I need to include some directory. I'm having some Excel files in one location. For example, you can think this was my jar file directory or Excel file directory, whatever it may be. Just you can copy this path or you can copy this directory here. Let me give you. Here I'm unable to add. Okay, this PC G. No, in E only I have JMeter. Just for example, I would like to add for my, you can think this is my project. Okay, I would like to add this path. Without those jar files, my scripts will fail. At that situation, we need to give the path like this based on the application only. Okay, so these are not mostly in web applications. This situation will not happen. For any, if you want to test any services or if you want to test any desktop applications or something, if you want to test any files, Excel files or PDF files, whatever it may be, if you want to include those files, you need to use this browse option. And you can also delete it by selecting, you can also clear it. This is like a
So Vidya,
library, external.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Vidya, I'm
Yes.
so sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you.
No, no, no. You
So
can ask.
how do we identify whether we need to use this functionality for this particular application?
Developer will tell you.
Okay,
Definitely. Without developer providing input, you can add the class path or jar files or any information here.
okay,
Okay. For normal, for almost 90% of the application, no need of this particular adding the
okay,
path or adding the files, etc. But for few applications, we'll have definitely those type of applications. We need to give a path, because if you have not included that path, those jar files this JMeter unable to capture. Due to that reason, you are unable to even start recording your script itself.
So kind
okay,
of
fair enough.
bypassing.
Correct, bypassing. Clear, right? Okay. So I hope you will clear about this test plan. After this test plan, okay, we are having different elements in test plan. Okay, so thread groups is the one thing, config elements, listeners, timers, preprocessor, postprocessor, assertions, test elements, and the non-test elements. So I would like to cover all these elements first in detail, each and every element, all the each and every elements in detail. After that, I will start explaining you about recording. Then it will be very easier to understand which particular element where we need to use. Okay, but after every my class, try to remember all these points, because in interviews those every interviewer will ask you directly what are the elements there in the timer, what are the elements there in listener, what are the elements there in config elements. They will directly ask you such type of questions. You need to explain all these things. You need to remember all the element names and you need to explain it. And randomly he will ask you the question also. What is the purpose of DNS cache manager? Could you please explain? Where is the DNS cache manager? Immediately you need to get it in mind. It should be in config element. You need to remember like this. Okay. So this test plan was done. So after completion of the test plan, so we need to create the script. To create the scripts, we need a thread for user. I told you, right? Thread for user in JMeter. For basic recording purpose, we need to use this thread group. Okay, so we are having different number of thread groups. All these thread groups we will use for designing our test execution or test scenario. So I will cover all these threads and listeners. These are all the listeners. Okay, these are these things I will cover before going to executing the tests. Okay, after our scripting completes. Now I don't want to cover these threads and listeners. So for now, we will use the thread group. Okay, I will explain you about only thread group. I will cover all the thread groups before going to executing the test. Now I will explain you what is thread group. So thread group means one or more users. Threads means users. You need to remember that. Okay. What exactly the thread group? I have prepared you a document for you. Just you need to remember and learning purpose. So I don't want to show it to you and explain. I would like to give you a real time. But anyhow, document is there. If you have any doubt, you can go through it and check it. Okay, these are the things I have covered. And threads means users. So each thread group contains number of users. Okay, so it will simulate the load like a real browser. Okay, so for example, one user one is there, and that user one will simulate like sending the request and getting back the response from the server. Like this it will works out. Thread group means collection of threads. You need to remember that. Your interviewer will ask you what is thread group. Thread group means number of one or more threads, or with
Number of threads.
yes, or collection of threads, you can call it as. Now the number of users also you can set. Okay, here you can give the thread group name. Thread group name means, I'm removing this. Thread group name means the particular action or the transaction or the script workflow, anything, the names was same. You need to give the name of the thread group. Okay, my script name was, for example, buying a fish. Okay, and for example, I'm having two scripts. This is user registration script. For example, I'm having another script, buying dog. These are all my script names, whatever it may be. Okay, whatever it may be, these are called the script names. Here you need to give a proper naming format. It should be very important. If your interviewer asks you to share your screen and need to record the script, these are the important things you need to remember. You need to rename the test plan. You need to rename this thread group names as well. Okay, they will see you these particular minor points only. If you will not perfectly properly entering these names, they will decide that you do not have even basic knowledge. Okay, Don't ignore these small points. So here you need to give proper name. I will tell you how to give the proper naming for scriptings and for each action. Okay. So after this thread group explanation, I will tell you how to give the proper naming. So here you need to give the thread group name, and here you can add comments. What is this? Thread group means collection of users. You can write it whatever it may be. For example, this is for here all the jewelry items available. You can do comments as your wish based on your requirement or based on your application. You can give the comments. Okay, and this is name and comment. What is these actions? You need to remember these actions. Okay, what is the continue? Continue means you are trying to running a test. For example, you are trying to running a test or script. If you got any error, for example, I am trying to running a test with 10 users. Okay, first user was good, second also good, but from third user the script got failing. If you select this continue option, if script fails also it will runs. Okay, if the script fails also it will runs. If you can check this continue option, if you can check this start next thread loop means whatever it will fails, it will ignore that and it will start executing the second user. For example, 10 users we have, right? First user was failed, it will ignore that first user and it will start again executing from second user. That is the purpose of this. And stop thread means if the second user or third, for example, out of 10 users third user were failed, if I select this stop thread, what will happen is first user will run, second user will run, third user will stop, and again fourth, fifth, sixth will continue. Okay, that is called stop thread. Stop test means if the third user will fails, for example, third user will fails. Okay, first, second will pass, third fails. From third, it will stop executing the test itself. Based on your requirement, you need to choose these options. Okay, and the last one is stop test now. For example, first user got failed. If you selected this option, first user got failed, it will stop the test now itself immediately. Okay, these are related to errors related. Okay, error related information. Continue means if the error will comes, it will continue the execution of the test. If error will comes, it will ignores and it will run the second time. What it will do, wherever the error will comes, it will stop that and it will run remaining. If the error will comes, it will stop the test itself, and if the error will comes, immediately it will stop the test. That is the difference between these all the elements. Okay, the interviewer again will ask you if the error will comes, which option you will use in thread group. In your test execution, you need to say continue. Okay, we will never stop our test execution while running the test. Okay, always we prefer continue, but in some situation based on the client requirement, we will change these options. For example, if the beneficiary was not added, example I am saying, if beneficiary was not added, then we can transfer the fund to that beneficiary? No, right? At that situation, we will stop test now, or we can stop test. These two we can use like that. Otherwise, we are having another option also, right? If that particular beneficiary was not added, that funds will be not transferred to that beneficiary, but another beneficiary also added. Then we can use this or this. Clear? Like that, you need to explain to the interviewer practical itself. Okay, so number of threads means number of users, whatever the count we need to run. For example, 100 or 200, you need to give it here. Ramp up period means, for example, I am having 10 users, right? As I said, 10 users. If I give 100 seconds, let me open okay, I'm having 10 users. In 100 seconds, ramp up should be happen. Ramp up means all the users will be logged in is called ramp up, and ramp up means the user which is logging out slowly. So we are providing in which particular time period all the users should logged in. For example, I am giving 100 seconds for 10 users. Divided by 10, what will happen? Each user will logging in 10 seconds. Okay, user 1 will log in, it will wait 10 seconds, and another user will log in, it will again wait for 10 seconds, and another user will log in. Like this it will calculates. For example, you need to run the test with 100, then my ramp up period was 100. What will happen? Can anyone answer? Number of threads or users was 100, my ramp up time was 100.
1 second and
1
user.
second.
Yes, it will wait for 1 second and another user will log in, right? That's how it will works. And loop count. Loop count means what? Looping. Okay. For example, if I check this box, infinite, it will runs infinite times. Means there is no limit. Okay. It will runs infinite times. This is the purpose of this infinite. For example, I am unchecking this box and my loop count was 10. Means this particular buying a fish will run for 10 times. 100 user 10 times is what? 100 users 10 means what?
1000.
Correct. So this particular script will run for 1000 times. Clear?
Here loop means iteration.
Correct. We can call it as a iteration. Correct. So that is the purpose of this. Same user on each iteration. Same user on each iteration means whatever the users list we have given, those users will run for each iteration. Okay, there is no change in that. That is called same user. And if I click on delay thread means what happens? For example, I have checked on delay and here I have given 100 seconds. What will happen is it will wait for 100 seconds. First of all, what will we do is it will wait for 100 seconds and after 100 seconds it will start logging. Each and every user will log in every second. After that our test starts executing. That is the delay. Delay means waiting time. Before starting a test or after starting the test, we will provide some delay time. That is called a delay. Okay.
ర్యాంప్ అప్ టైం కన్నా ముందు ఇచ్చే దాని టైం డిలే అంతే కదా.
Yes, whatever it may be. ర్యాంప్ అప్ ముందు బేసిక్ గా మనం ఇచ్చేదే ర్యాంప్ అప్ ముందు. ర్యాంప్ అప్ తర్వాత మన టెస్ట్ విల్ స్టార్ట్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటింగ్. There is no chance to give it after the ramp up. So always we need to give a delay time before the ramp up only.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next was specify thread lifetime. For example, okay, so 20, 100 user, 20 iterations. So my test execution should be 100 seconds only. So my test will run for 100 seconds. That's it. For example, if I give 1 hour means 3600 seconds, right? My whole test will runs 3600 seconds. Clear? If you
అర్థం
want to
కాదు.
ఓకే. సో నేను 100 యూజర్స్ ఇచ్చాను. 20 టైమ్స్ లూప్ అవ్వాలి. 120 ఇస్ అగైన్ 2000 యూజర్స్, రైట్? సో 100 యూజర్స్ 20 ఇటరేషన్స్ రన్ అవ్వాలి. 1 అవర్ రన్ అవ్వాలి. మై డ్యూరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద టెస్ట్ స్టడీ స్టేట్. We can call it as a steady state.
ఓకే.
Yes. And another thing మీకు ఎవరికి డౌట్ రాలేదు ఇక్కడ. You need to ask the doubt actually. If I check this infinite loop, if I run my test, what is the purpose? There is no stop, right? It will runs days, hours. What is the purpose of this
నో
infinite
ఎండ్.
loop? No end, right? So that's the reason if you check this infinite loop, you need to specify the time duration here. For example, 1 hour. Okay, this infinite loop will run only till 1 hour. If you are not defined any duration here, okay, your test setup was wrong, because it will run unlimited period of time. There is no end of that. Okay, definitely if you check this infinite, you need to give the duration. Without duration you cannot use this infinite time. That is the purpose. And next, Startup delay. Startup delay again, as I said, right? Delays and startup delay both are similar. So startup delay means before starting the test, I would like to wait for 10 seconds and then my test will start. That is the startup delay. Any
డిలే
doubts?
థ్రెడ్ క్రియేషన్ అంటే డిఫరెన్స్ చెప్పారా అసలు ఏ సినారియోలో డిలే థ్రెడ్ క్రియేషన్ అంటిల్ నీడెడ్ అని
Okay, let me show you. So see here, ramp up delay and startup delay both are similar. This delay thread is similar, ramp up delay and I will tell you in single word. Okay, for example, if I check this box, okay, if I check this delay thread box, okay, definitely we need to give some delay time, right? Definitely you need to give some delay time. If you check this box, okay, if you check this without checking this box, if you would like to give this startup delay, that will takes
నో
no. Okay, you need to check this delay, then only it will takes.
ఓకే
That is the purpose of delay thread and startup. So you need to check this delay and you need to provide the startup delay, otherwise you can remove this. You
ఓకే
don't use.
దట్స్
Yeah.
ఫైన్ ఇఫ్ యూ చెక్ దిట్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ చెక్ బార్ అండ్
Ah,
దట్ విల్ బి టేకింగ్ ద మనం 1 hour ఐటరేషన్ టైం ఇచ్చాం కదా దాంట్లో ఎన్ని ఐటరేషన్స్ అంటే అన్ని ఐటరేషన్స్
అయిపోతాయి. Correct. For example, in that 1 hour time, 50 iterations is happened, you can think. Those 50 iterations will be done in that 1 hour. That's it.
ఓకే
There is no end. So if you here, if you not mention the duration, then again the infinite loop will run unlimited times.
ఓకే ఓకే గాట్ ఇట్
Yeah, please be careful with this infinite. So your interviewer again will ask you, this is also one of the important question, what is the purpose of infinite? You need to explain like this. So if you will check this infinite loop, definitely you need to provide the duration in seconds or hours. If you will not provide the duration, definitely the infinite there is no use of running test with infinite loop. You need to explain this like this. Clear, right? About test plan and thread group. Any doubts here? Test plan contains one or more thread group. One or more thread groups means one or more scripts or workflows or journeys, whatever it may be. Okay, or the actions, user actions.
టెస్ట్ ప్లాన్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఆల్సో టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ కదా
Test suite, not the test case. We can call it as a test suite.
ఓకే
Test suite means it contains one or more test cases, right? These are called the test case 1, test case 2, test case 3.
Okay.
Yes, test cases is also called as a scripts, scenarios, workflows, all these names. Journeys. Clear? So from tomorrow class, I would like to cover all the remaining elements. So as I said, thread group I have covered today, and in thread group from tomorrow I will cover all these points. Okay, what are the samplers we have, all the use of all this each and every sampler, and all these logic controllers. These are very important in interviews. Nowadays everyone is asking every element, you need to remember. Okay, so once you learn, I think it will be easier for you to create the scripts itself. Okay, so from tomorrow class I will start explaining all these elements. It will take little longer time, but then fine. For covering these all elements will take 1 week or some time, but you need to remember all these things. After that our script will be script creation will be easy, and the function usage also easy. Everything will be easy. Okay, so from tomorrow I will start explaining. First important thing was config elements. So in these config elements, almost 90% of these variables we are using in our scriptings. I will explain each and every element with example. For example, if we can take CSV dataset config, what is the purpose, where we have to give, how to create, how to add. And recently one of the interview, the questions got from sharing mode also. What is the purpose of sharing mode, how many types of sharing modes we have, all these things I will cover tomorrow.